So Deputy Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya has been placed on leave. It follows explosive allegations by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi earlier this month. He accused the Police Minister Mkhwanazi of political interference in investigations. Mkhwanazi claims the political killings task team was disbanded after it allegedly uncovered links between drug cartels, officers, politicians, business people and members of the judiciary. He went on to accuse Sibiya of having criminal links, allegations he claims are based on lies. General Sibiya joins us now on the phone for a reaction. That, of course, is the Deputy National Police Commissioner, General Shadrack Sibiya. Thank you so much for joining us. A good evening to you. Let's start here. Upon the news today that you have been placed on leave, what is your feeling as you reflect on it tonight?
Good evening, my lady, and good evening to the listeners at home. All I can say is that I welcome the pronouncement made by the President in relation to the establishment of a commission of inquiry. And as the President actually said, all of us must cooperate with the commission of inquiry. All of us will be given an opportunity to be heard. And that it is the commission that will submit a report or reports. And it is the commission that will determine who must be investigated for what, who must be suspended, who must be prosecuted for what. It is my wish that all of us could wait for that process. Not to jump the gun, not to run before the donkey cart, not to attempt to interfere or to tamper with the evidence of the commission or the witness of the commission. At this point in time, this is a very much sensitive stage, and all of us must act with restraint, with cool heads as well, and respect the process.
Do you have a sense, though, General, that you're being placed on special leave? It does put somewhat of a blotch on what your contributions might very well be in that inquiry. So I'm essentially looking for what you think this suspension means for you. And if you could tell us about how it was that you were informed of, again, not a suspension, but being placed on special leave. Let's use the correct words here.
But we leave that for my legal team, my lady, because I'm also advised to act with restraint and not to go out there and be saying a lot of things. My legal team, I don't want to put my legal team in a very weak position because I said a lot of things here over the radio. Safe to say that at this point in time, remember that the allegations that are made or that were made during the press conference, they come back a long way. They've been investigated. And like it was said during the press conference, NPA has been approached many times trying to secure warrants, but because there's no basis, they were actually not winning. Anyway, now I don't know how we got here, but I just want to say, let's await the process, and we will all get an opportunity to present our case. At this point in time, my wish is that the public, the nation, must be fair to all of us. It shouldn't be because this other one is able to have the media and everybody running behind him, and this other one is acting with restraint, is not talking to the public, and therefore another one is Satan and another one is holier than thou. Let us allow the process to unfold. Let us all take our evidence there and then go and present, and we will all have our opportunities. One should act in such a way that, no, I push him out and I'll push him out even before the commission starts. It shouldn't be like that.
But what I'm trying to get from you is, did you have direct communication with Commissioner Nhlanhla on your being placed on leave, Mr. Sibiya? I need to push for that. If you could assist me, please.
I never actually spoke to him. He actually gave another deputy, my deputy, to be the one to do the job. Remember, he was in KZN apparently receiving a memorandum, so he gave it to another deputy to serve it on me.
So there was no communication on you being placed on leave, even if it's telephonic, with Commissioner Masemola?
Not at all.
Of course, there was the period where we waited for the president to respond to Commissioner Mkhwanazi's allegations. What we heard from the president as he arrived from Brazil last week was that he was still in consultations before we got to the pronouncement of that judicial inquiry on Sunday. Were you part of those consultations with the president? Did you have the president's ear over the past few days?
No. I've never been consulted, and I don't want to question that part, because I don't want to question how this matter was handled by the executive. Mine is just to comply and cooperate with that what has been put in place, and I'm happy to participate in the commission, because that's an opportunity I've been waiting for, to be heard.
So you say you have not been consulted by the president in the run-up to the announcement on Sunday. Have you been in conversation with the police minister, Senzo Mchunu, about, even before he being placed on special leave, around the contributions that are going to be given to the president in that consultation process?
Look, we've been working with the minister. We are in the same situation with the minister. As and when we need to discuss, we do discuss, because it's me and him in this fire. And I can't say to you I haven't spoken to the minister. I do speak to the minister as and when there's a need. But otherwise, the facts are there. They speak for themselves. What happened, and there's paper trail. We do have evidence that will show that whatever that was said there is completely and entirely not true. So we are not worried. I'm not worried at this stage where I'm sitting. Well, these allegations are not new allegations. They don't have any basis, and I'm not worried. I sleep well in relation to these allegations. The only thing that pains me is the manner in which the organization was put into disrepute, and the manner in which this thing was done, the country thrown into turmoil, just like that. All the gains that have been gained by the police, South African Police Service in the fight against crime, all of it thrown into the dustbin like that. And I must apologize to the people of South Africa. I must be given an opportunity, even myself. The people of South Africa are fair people. They must allow us to all present ourselves and be heard, and then they will make their own judgment.
Who do you think is responsible for the police service being put into disrepute, General Sibiya?
At this present moment, I'm not the one to point fingers. I think South Africans, where they are, they know, they saw it themselves. It took the whole country by shock. I'm shocked myself. And unfortunately, it is what it is, and it's a situation that I find myself having to face again. History repeating itself.
General Sibiya, today in KwaZulu-Natal, we saw marches taking place in support of General Mkhwanazi. I wonder what was top of mind for you as you watched the support that we saw for the KZN Police Commissioner, and what that means for how you were viewed and your own career and its future.
Well, I don't think in a difficult position in which I find myself, I can actually say, no, I'm not worried and I don't care. It pains me, it breaks my heart when someone is able to mobilize the whole nation against you, and when in fact, if we were to go into court now, and we say, okay, if there are these allegations that were made, and the question is asked, and say, okay, where do you place or position General Sibiya in all this what you have said? Where do you position General Sibiya? What is it that you say he has done? Let's see. But I want to promise South Africans that I'm not involved in crime. And even in the decision that was taken in relation to the disbandment of the task team, let us wait for the commission. We will present our case there.
So you've got a few processes that are playing out at the moment, General Sibiya. You've got, of course, the preparations that will take place for that commission that will take place and will have its findings within 3 months and again at the end of that 6 months. At the same time, you've got the Office of the Chief Justice that has asked General Mkhwanazi to come forward with the evidence that he has of syndicates having access even to the judiciary. What do you make of that call by the Office of the Chief Justice? Are you willing to make contributions to the Chief Justice yourself? And perhaps you've got some thoughts on the links that the Commissioner talks about to syndicates and cartels reaching the judiciary.
Remember that immediately after the press conference, the press briefing, I wasn't aware of the press briefing. It caught me off guard because I didn't expect it. And then I was asked by Griselda, and I said, Griselda, whatever information there is, whatever evidence there is that places me, let them give it to you or to any official agency that must be investigated. Take it to the DPI, take it to the IDEC, take it to IPIT. Don't talk about an investigation that is being conducted somewhere under the bed. And then you say, I have this, I have this, I have that. Report it. Take the evidence to the authorities. Let the authorities investigate. And bring that evidence. It's exactly what the judiciary is saying, that, all right, give us evidence of that, what you are talking about. And then we will act based on what you are talking about. It doesn't have to go grab a mic. Imagine if all of us, we could do that. Or any of the provincial commissioners could do that.
Why do you think that this is what we saw, though? The provincial commissioners, you say, in your own words, grabbing the microphone. Why do you think that these allegations are happening now, especially the timing of them? Is there a reason that that you can think of?
You know, what I can say, Naledi, is that I'm advised to act with restraint and not to say much. I want to say a lot, but the thing is, the presidency, the president, the chief in command, the commander-in-chief has already pronounced and put an inquiry in place. Now, some of the things I could actually spell them out, go much more deeper, and say how I feel, what I see at the right platform. Not at this point in time. At this point in time, I just want to assure South Africans that all of those things that I'm said to be involved in, I'm not involved. They tried very hard for a very long time to try and get something, and they couldn't find it. That is why they knocked it each and every door of the prosecution, including in Mpumalanga, everywhere, trying to get something that can assist them just to get rid of me, but they were not able to because there's nothing. Now, whatever that is being tried now outside the commission is worrying. So I'm saying the president has pronounced and established a commission of inquiry. Let's all go there. And let's all hold our horses. Let's not run parallel investigations. Let no one obtain a statement from no one so that we all act with restraint and allow the commission to do its work. Now you can imagine if there are people who are being sent to obtain certain statements, to try and reach out to certain dockets and tamper with the evidence there, we are hindering the work of the commission. And we are actually disturbing the work of the commission and interfering with the work of the undermining the work of...
If you'd let me interrupt, because now you talk about these dockets, and I think that's interesting. The 121 political killings dockets, General Mkhwanazi is saying that you took those over from the task team. Where are those dockets? Are they available to be reviewed?
I've never even seen one of them. I don't have them in my office. I don't have a safe in my office. I don't have any archive. I've never withdrawn any docket from anybody. So, whatever statement that was made, still waiting to hear and to see the evidence before the committee, the inquiry.
And you did mention that last week after the announcement. The breaking news for us this evening, of course, is that the presidency has issued a statement announcing that the police minister position temporarily and with immediate effect being filled now by the energy minister, Nhlanhla. That's going to be taking place until the end of the month, and that is when Professor Feroz Kachalia takes over the Ministry of Police. I don't know what you make of that. Is there some sense of hope that you will be able to speak to these acting ministers and put your side of the story on the table with now Police Minister Nhlanhla?
Look, where I'm needed, I will go in. Where I'm called, I will go. Where I am requested to provide information, I will. As long as it is legal, it is lawful, and it is the right platform, I will do so. In relation to the new acting minister, I'm a disciplined member of the police, and where there are allegations against me, I want to say those allegations might plea to the nation, might plea to anybody who is involved. Let these allegations be investigated by a team, a neutral team, not the one that is being driven from KZN or from somebody. Let the minister say, I'm appointing 1, 2, 3, 4 to investigate this allegation, plain, fair, and square in an open manner. Let there be a report.
Yeah.
Now, that's what the president has pronounced to be headed by a judge. That makes me sleep. Now, why can't we all subject ourselves to that process? Why some people want to act ahead of time?
Who wants to act ahead of time?
Well, if I receive a letter today that says I must stay at home because I'm being investigated, people are running around obtaining statements. Is it not a parallel process to that what the president has put in place?
So what would have been the ideal situation at a moment like this, that did not just be you? Would you prefer that other people are also placed on special leave, and who, General Speak?
Well, let's leave that for my legal team. But safe to say that since the president has spoken, everyone must freeze and wait for the right time, for their moment, for their opportunity, not to be also conducting other parallel investigations on the side.
You know, the past 9 days have been, filled with so much activity and just so much happening that it's easy for some things to fall between the cracks. And I need to bring this one in. We did see last week Correctional Services having a raid at the Khosi Mampuru facility. And there they found a cell phone on Vusmuzi Kat Matlala. Did you know about him? Do you know of him? Were you aware that he had a cell phone? And have you been in contact with him?
I haven't been in contact with him. I didn't know. And I really don't know what happened there. And it's unfortunate that I'm also, I find myself that, even if, let's say, at some point I did maybe talk to him, officially so, even if he was certain, in my line of work, I'm allowed to speak or to take a call from anybody. There are criminals that can call you. You are allowed to take a call. But I don't say I accept or I participated in anything. All I can tell you is that I've never involved myself in any criminal activity. I'm not involved in crime, and I have never contacted him I don't know about him being found in possession of a cell phone in prison. I don't know.
There's the assertion that there was an attempt to bring you and Commissioner Mkhwanazi to sit down and find each other, to bridge the divide. And Commissioner Mkhwanazi arguing that, and these are his words, perhaps not verbatim, as I may not remember the exact words, but he says there can be no friendship between police and a criminal. I mean, do you hear that to be speaking directly of you, that the commissioner may very well be calling you a criminal?
You see, that hurts, but at the same time, where I am, there's a legal process that is unfolding, that I'm taking legal advice on that, but safe to tell you that that never happened. The minister is there as a witness, and then can tell you that this is we had a discussion. Even on Friday, before this press briefing, we spoke with General Mkhwanazi. I've been invited. He has invited me even to the Police Excellence Award. He called me many times asking me whether I'm coming or not. Even just on Friday, we spoke, me and him. I have messages between myself and him. That was said, it came as a shock, disappointing, but the truth will at some point come. It is just unfortunate that the nation at this point in time, they only know one side of the story. It is my prayer that South Africans should listen to the other side and be able to say, now we know.
Yeah. Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya there, that, of course, is the Deputy Police Commissioner speaking to us on the phone right now, and we will release him. Thank you so much for giving us your side as the developments continue. Of course, the latest being that he has been placed on special leave as of today.